When a heart has been wounded by betrayal, it doesn't simply ache, it cries out for understanding. There is no pain quite like the pain of being deceived by someone you trusted. The sting of betrayal is sharp, not because of the action alone, but because it came from the hand of someone you once believed in, prayed for, and stood beside. But beloved, even betrayal has a purpose in the hands of God. And there are three actions, three unmistakable signs, that reveal when betrayal is real, when it's deeper than disappointment, and when it's time to protect your peace. The first is silence where there once was truth. You see, betrayal doesn't always come wrapped in loud accusations or hateful words. Sometimes it slips in quietly, disguised as distance, cloaked in apathy, covered in secrets. When someone who once shared their heart begins to withhold it without reason, when conversation fades into avoidance and honesty turns to evasion, you must pay attention. Silence is not always peace. Sometimes silence is strategy, and when silence is used to hide intentions, to plan destruction, to escape accountability, it becomes the first sound of betrayal. The word tells us that the enemy is a deceiver, and deception thrives in silence. Jesus was betrayed with a kiss, but before the kiss there was secrecy. Before the kiss there were whispers in the dark. Some people don't speak truth because the truth would expose their heart, and if they cannot walk in the light with you, they have already stepped into darkness. The second action that reveals betrayal is manipulation of your kindness. Betrayal often walks on the back of your own generosity. When someone begins to use your loyalty against you, when they twist your forgiveness into permission, when they take your long-suffering spirit as an invitation to continue their deceit, that, my friend, is betrayal in full bloom. You're not being kind anymore. You're being used. You're not extending grace anymore. You're being drained. When Judas walked with Jesus, he walked with a face of loyalty. He held the money bag. He followed the crowd. He sat at the table, but all the while he was bartering away the very one who loved him. He used proximity for profit. Don't be deceived. Some people draw close, not to love you, but to learn how best to hurt you. They study your spirit not to bless it, but to break it. That's why you must discern when your love is being abused, when your peace is being traded for pieces of silver, when your grace is being used to disguise their betrayal. And when that happens, it's time to protect your peace. The third and final action that reveals betrayal is joy in your downfall. It may not be spoken, but it's there. It's the smirk when you suffer. It's the silence when you struggle. It's the absence of comfort when you cry. It's the look in their eye when your name is mentioned in pain. There are those who pretend to care in public but rejoice in your ruin behind closed doors. A heart that celebrates your hardship is a heart that has already betrayed you. And what's worse, some betrayals come not from enemies, but from friends who smile in your face and yet sow thorns in your field. But hear me now, God sees every smirk. He hears every laugh behind your back. He knows who secretly hopes you fail, and he has a way of revealing what was once hidden. When Joseph was thrown into the pit, it wasn't by strangers. It was by his own brothers, those who envied the favor on his life. But God did not abandon Joseph. He used the betrayal as a setup for destiny, and just like Joseph, when you walk through betrayal, you must protect your peace, because God is not finished writing your story. So what must you do? You must stay still when your flesh wants to fight. You must hold your peace when your heart wants to scream. You must remember that vengeance is not yours. It belongs to the Lord. Betrayal is a fiery furnace, but it will not consume you. It will refine you. It will reveal who is truly for you. It will strip away every false friend and uncover every hidden motive. And though it hurts, it heals. Though it burns, it builds. Though it wounds, it wakes you up. You may not understand why they betrayed you. You may never get the apology, but you will get the freedom that comes from release. Do not chase what broke you. Do not beg those who betrayed you. Stand still. Let God deal with the deception. You protect your peace by walking away from what no longer honors your spirit. You protect your peace by trusting God more than the lies. You protect your peace by understanding that not every betrayal is meant to break you. Some are meant to build your boundaries, and when you protect your peace, you protect your purpose. God never wastes pain. The betrayal may have surprised you, but it did not surprise him, and he will use even that. Yes, even that to usher in the next chapter of your life. Walk in peace, stand in truth, and let God fight the battle. You see, the peace you guard is not just emotional comfort. It is spiritual protection. When you allow betrayal to shake your spirit, you hand your heart over to bitterness, and bitterness is a thief. It robs you of clarity, it clouds your discernment, and it opens the door for more destruction. That's why guarding your peace is not weakness. It's warfare. The enemy wants you distracted, offended, and emotionally entangled in the pain others cause. But you must rise above it. You must refuse to let the behavior of others rewrite your identity. You are still chosen. You are still favored. You are still called. Their betrayal doesn't cancel God's plan for your life. It confirms it. Because oftentimes, betrayal is the final test before the breakthrough. It reveals what you couldn't see before. It exposes what was hidden in plain sight. And while it hurts, it's also a mercy. God lets some people walk out so your purpose can walk in. Think of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. He knew Judas would come with soldiers. He knew the kiss would come, but he didn't run. He didn't hide. He stood in purpose, even when betrayal approached. And you, too, must learn to remain rooted in your assignment, even when those around you prove unfaithful. Do not let their actions turn you bitter. Do not let their silence break your spirit. Do not let their manipulation poison your perspective. Instead, anchor yourself in truth, lean into prayer, cling to the Word, and remember, those who walk away cannot stop what God has already ordained. Sometimes God uses betrayal as a divine exit sign. You were never meant to stay in relationships that steal your peace. You were never meant to serve people who delight in your distress. God will allow the betrayal so the blessing can begin. But you must be willing to let go. Let go of what they said. Let go of what they did. Let go of trying to make sense of senseless pain. Release the offense before it becomes a stronghold, and when you release it, God can redeem it. What they meant for evil, God will turn for good. He will raise you from the ashes. He will rebuild what was broken. He will restore what they tried to steal, and in the process, He will teach you how to protect your peace, not just from others, but from your own desire to hold on to what God is trying to remove. The betrayal was painful, but it was necessary. It opened your eyes, it shook your comfort, and it reminded you that peace is not found in people. It is found in Him. When your spirit is anchored in God, no betrayal can destroy your destiny. It may delay your plans, it may detour your emotions, but it cannot deny what heaven has already declared over your life. You are not defined by who left, who lied, or who used you. You are defined by the one who formed you in the womb and called you by name. And He saw the betrayal coming long before you did. He allowed it not to punish you, but to purify you. He let them walk away so you would learn to walk with Him. Because sometimes it takes a broken heart to reveal where your hope truly lies. People may try to rewrite your story with slander, but the author of your life holds the final chapter. Let them talk. Let them twist the truth. Let them pretend. Your peace is not in their opinion. Your peace is in the promise. And the promise is this: those who sow in tears shall reap in joy. God sees your quiet cries. He knows the nights you couldn't sleep, the days you couldn't speak, and the wounds you carried in silence. But he also sees your faithfulness. He sees how you didn't retaliate. He sees how you still showed love. He sees how you forgave without getting the apology. And because of that, there is a reward coming. Not from man, but from God himself. So hold your peace. Protect it with everything in you. Don't go back to the place that broke you. Don't chase validation from those who betrayed you. Stay still and let God be God. For in the silence of betrayal, he is still speaking. In the ruins of trust, he is still building. And in the aftermath of pain, he is preparing something greater than you imagined. Betrayal may bruise you, but it cannot break what God has built within you. In every silent moment, every misused kindness, and every celebration of your struggle, God is revealing what you need to release so you can receive what's next. Protect your peace, not out of fear, but out of faith. Faith that God sees, God knows, and God vindicates. Let the betrayal refine you, not define you. Walk away from the wound, hold fast to your peace, and trust that what was meant to harm you is being transformed by the hand of a loving and sovereign God.